Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, give you the truth. And this is the truth on this. It's not something that's just my truth. It's not always just my truth. Most of the time, it's the actual truth. And I want to talk about the Christian church, the American Christian church on this particular video. And I would entitle this, The Christian Church is Big Business. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of both sides, as you will, and I wrote down some stats after doing some research. So, recently, Elon Musk was challenged. They said if his salary, can eliminate hunger. And I got to agree with Elon Musk on this one, because on this particular video, I can prove that Elon Musk was right in what he said. So, the Christian church is big business. Like, from a monetary standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint. Now, let me start with the spiritual standpoint. Now, people want to say we're in the dark age, this, that, and the other. And I say, based on overall behavior of the people, I don't think so. What I know as a prophet, that there is deception going on, but I don't think people's hearts are completely hardened yet. And I hear about examples every day. Every day is proven that people ain't all the way gone yet. But the thing about the 2022 American people, and this is not a bad trait, people want to see, not just hear. And that's perfectly fine. Now, they might not know all the details that they need to know in terms of pastoral relationships and certain little knickknacks that they should know, that they think they know, but they got falsehood. But overall, people are not all the way gone yet. And I can prove it. The stats say that $50 billion per year is donated to churches and nonprofits. Now, if people were all the way callous in their hearts, right? Even though this number could be higher, I could give more, you could give more. If people were all the way gone, like didn't care about nothing but themselves, this number wouldn't be this high. So in 10 years, that means that they raised $500 billion. In 20 years, that means that if this number was a yearly average, they would be over $1 trillion. Now, if people didn't care at all, this number wouldn't be here. Elon Musk has a net worth of $273.6 billion. And obviously, a lot of that is probably other assets. So he was right. They're already raising $50 billion a year. And hunger still exists. Crime still exists. You got pastors with net worths over $100 million. Their personal net worths. So I tell you all the time, and I'm going to do a video on this later, that the Most High is going by people's heart. None of these religions has the 100% truth. And I'm going to show you in the scripture. I'm not in the business of tearing any beliefs about the person we call Jesus Christ. That's not my business. But I'm going to show you something later on. So be tuning into that video too. Now, it says that 80% of Americans only give 2% of their income. Now watch this. This is 72% are check to check. So can't nobody say what the Most High won't do in terms of giving. The prosperity message is basically true. The only difference is that when you give, you shouldn't give based on what you want to receive. You should give because you have received. See? That's the difference. And that's the difference between Abel and Cain. They both was given. But Abel just he gave it back to God like he know that the Most High allowed him to have it. Here, take back what's yours. It says that adults in Protestant churches on average give $17 per week. So you see what I mean by we can give more? But the church itself, obviously, and nonprofits, they have no excuse because they get $50 billion a year. Now that number could be higher. That number should be higher, but there's no excuse for not upgrading and improving the communities. So it says out of the money that's given, 67% on average goes to charities and 33% to fundraisers. Now, I don't think that's like a horrible statistic. I just say that the pastors individually, clearly their hearts have to come into question, because there's money there, even though it could be more, but there's money there. And people is check to check. Me personally, I believe because the ideologies we accept in terms of making money, one reason. Two, it's not generous. You got some people that are, but look, again, 80% of Americans only give 2%. On the average, adults give $17 a week. So this could go either way. The churches could do more, the people could do more. But the church is big business. Now, out of the charitable giving organizations, the Salvation Army is the most valid. Basically, the stat is that 83%, or 83 cents on a dollar goes to the actual charity when you give to the Salvation Army. And that's why they're worth $1.89 billion, but a lot of that goes out. It goes out. So the church is big business, though. I was just reading an article that said that Joel Osteen has a net worth of over $100 million. I'm not going to bash Joel Osteen. Now, this is how I do. I don't believe in bashing Christian preachers. People have gotten saved in Christian churches. I'm going to talk about that later, like I said. But it's obvious that we all, including Christian pastors, can give more. We literally could have our own army and take back the streets from criminals. Literally, like with this money, they could literally, if they wanted to, they could pay for soldiers to take back these streets. So the argument can be made that your average American Christian pastor can do more in this community and should. But you got to look at yourself too. Why are you giving them all this money knowing they're not doing much in the community? Why are you, he got a wrong spirit. You judging by outward appearance. You judging people by outward appearance. Some of them same people you saying got a wrong spirit, those will be the ones that take charge and get stuff done. Maybe you got the wrong spirit. Because over the next couple of weeks, I'm really waiting until people subscribe and I get the subscribers up, so on and so forth. And then I'm going to pull the cover off a lot of stuff. But I don't want to go on here now. And then, it's perfectly fine for a person to be compensated. I don't want to put the golden gems that the Most High gave me on here for some heathen YouTube content creator with over hundreds of thousands of subscribers to run with what I say. It's a time and a place for everything. But you're going to start getting little pieces. The American Christian Church is big business. It's big business. Can do more in the community. If all this homelessness, that should be the main thing that's getting tackled. Main thing is getting talked. You don't go up to a panhandler on the street that might possibly have drug addiction and give them your money. You know, I wouldn't suggest that. But if you see them standing out there in the wintertime, give them a coat, give them a blanket, give them a hot cocoa or some hot chocolate. We all could do more, man. You know, but you're supposed to use good judgment. Not by outward appearance, but you got to learn how to study people's body language, stuff like that. Because my past life, I know about this sort of things. I ain't never been addicted to drugs, but let's just say that from a monetary standpoint, anyway. So the Salvation Army is the most valid. But the church, like I said, is big business. $50 billion on average per year donated to churches and nonprofits. But based on these other numbers, that could be higher. 80% of Americans only give 2%. $17 average per week. So these pastors should do more to improve their communities. Take that money, build a refuge. Build a refuge. You'll be okay, man. It's just one less Benz for you, one less Bentley for you. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. They could be buying apartment buildings in their community and letting homeless people stay there, make them take drug tests, so on and so forth, to stay in the program. You know, teach them how to balance budget, stuff like that. Obviously, you got the wrong people getting all the support because they got the gift of gab, and some of them probably be doing little seances to draw people in. And if a person ain't connected to God, they're going to get sucked into that vacuum. But anyway, the video went a little longer than I thought. I just wanted to talk about that. We're going to talk about some things later on as well. Getting ready to get to work. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. No Matrix. No, not giving to the communities and making them better. If you don't trust the people in charge, then nobody ever said that you couldn't create nothing. That you can take your money and perhaps buy like a duplex with 2 rooms up, 2 rooms down. That's 4 people you could take off the street. That's an impact. One is an impact. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. I'd like to thank my newest subscribers. I saw the first part of one of their names, O'Shea. Thanks for subscribing. You others, thanks as well. I can't always see y'all names, but thank you for subscribing. Keep tuning in for more videos.